Hi everybody, Hellcrux here, just doing a little bit of, well, unbagging or unboxing or whatever you want to call it. I picked these up, these buildings off of Etsy from the Phalanx Consortium. These run about $7-8 a piece. You see here, they're laser cut MDF buildings, so not bad. It's like for $7 you got a nice little skyscraper. This is the first one, and the second one here, number 2, about the same price, and they're little kits you got to put together. I guess they're $7. There's the price tag right on the back. I never noticed that. $7 for each of them. All right, so I have these two, and I also picked up a bag of 6. They come in a 6. $20, and you get these laser cut buildings. There's 6 of them in a bag. It's a little kit you got to put together, and I got one of them undone, so I picked up 2 of these for $20 a piece. So I think I spent like, it was like, total order was like 50 something bucks, free shipping for that level. And for something you get off Etsy, hey, it's worth the price. It's like I'm building a cityscape, slowly adding buildings to it. By the time I'm done, my goal is to eventually be able to fill a 4x8 table or 4x6 table with nothing but buildings and make a big city out of it. So I need to get some other stuff off Etsy eventually to add to it. But I got 2 of these bags here, so I got 14 buildings I need to assemble. Now, the laser cut buildings is like, you have a core section. You got 4 sections that go together that you have to glue together like this. You put them together, link them together that way. Yeah, that's upside down. There we go. Oh, that is the right way. Okay. All right. Okay. There, goes together, links together somehow or another. There we go. I guess you got to get the right pieces in the right spots. There. Okay, let's get this right. There we go. So this goes to here, like that. Come on. There we go. And then this one goes here. Like so, and then you got to put this one into the notch right there. There we go. So you end up with a little block style building like that, and they say use basic glue, white glue, hold it together, and then you take these little fascia portions and they get glued on the outside, so they link together. So you end up with basically a building that looks like that. There's 3 of each. 3 of these long slit style ones. And then there's 3 like this. You got the sides. And then there's a front and a back like that. And you see the little, where the doors are for like where the lobby for the going in. So you got those. They're kind of cool. And then across the top, you have 6 of these little plates right here. I haven't opened this up yet. You get 6 of these plates that go on the top, the seal of the top up, and then you get these little like raised areas that go on it. I think, yeah, these right here will go right here. So you got a raised area coming across. So you got those linked up like that. So they'll go across there. And you pop these out and glue them on. I don't know if how white glue is going to do, but that's what they say. I'm going to try a few of these, put them together, and see how it works out. And then we'll be back with some maybe finished assembled buildings. All right. Hope you guys like this section, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, we're back. This went together really quick. Let me tell you that. It took me 10 minutes maybe. Most of that was just figuring out, you know, sorting it out, all the parts and stuff, figuring out which part went where, because I figured out that there's two different sizes of, there's the front and back side are the same size, and the sides, two sides are different sizes. So I had to figure, it's like the front and backs overlap this side, so it's like you had to make sure that they would butt up correctly. I figured that out, but it went together quickly. It's like you put a little bit of, I use Elmer's school glue, the white glue, PVA I guess is what everybody else called it. Just did a little bit of tacking together. They held quickly and the core went together fast, and then I just glued the fascia on and put the top on, and it was maybe 10 minutes worth of time spent. And the interesting thing is, when you're using this Elmer glue, you do have a little bit of give before it's set, so you can make sure that it's nice and tight together. So yeah, it's a nice little building. Got 13 more to go. So 13 times 10, well, that's a little over. It's going to take about 2.5 hours. Put them all together, but that's going to be this afternoon's work. Get these together and then see if I can find some paint to prime them with, because sadly, I went into Walmart the other day and there is no paint. The shelves are empty. There's nothing. Not one. There was not one can of paint, other than a few that were ruined, and they're just sitting there with their caps off. And I'm like, oh my gosh! It's like, wow. So it's gonna be a little bit of fun. You can see here's the inside. Got the core of it all linked together. So nice little set. So I'll get these put together and may even contemplate maybe ordering a few more, since these are fairly easy put together. There you go. All right. Hope you guys like these, and we'll be back. Well, howdy everybody. Yep, got these all buildings finished up from the Phalanx Consortium. 14 buildings. It took me probably 10 minutes of work per these one buildings, like I said before. These went together really fast. They were easy. You had 4, 5, 6, 10 parts, I think it was. No, 12. 12 altogether. And you had a frame you had to put together inside, then you put the fascia on, and then you had these two little things in the top up here, glued that on, and you glued this little bugger on right here. So those went together fast. There's 12 of them, or 10, yeah, 12 of those, in about 10 minutes a piece, roughly, give or take. Depending on if some of them decide to be a slight pain in the behind. Otherwise, they were fast. They were really easy to put together. And then, let's just put it this way. I put the movie Dune on and started watching it off here at the side. And the entire movie went through, and the credits started when I finished these two. Yeah. The biggest problem? No instructions at all. They said on their website, oh, we have instructions, click here. Well, no, there's nothing there. So you spend all your time looking at it. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. You're trying to figure this one out and how to put it together, and getting it off the laser cut print, the PD and that. Okay, the MDF laser cut. It looks like it didn't get that centered. Oh well. And you can see there's like a framework you had to put together inside. It's like you looking at it, it's like, okay, I think this is the way it goes. You look at the picture, and I think this is the way it goes. And eventually I figured it out and got it together. Now, if you had instructions a step by step on their website, oh yeah, that would have sped things up. But, you know, you look at it and go, okay, yeah, I think I got that. Oh, okay, yep, okay. Finally, it makes sense how that goes together. And they scale up pretty nice. It's a nice looking building, you know, for Battletech, you know, for playing. Now, if you wanted to put glue on make some hex bases for them, you could easily do that and just glue it to the bottom. Not a problem. And just need a slight plastic card or something of that nature, or mat board, you know, that kind of stuff. Which, like this right here, here's what I've been making my bases out of for 15 mil. You know, the matte stuff that you use for putting on pictures works pretty good. It's pretty thick, works just fine. I got a whole bunch of that, and that's what I'm making those roads out of also, that I have. All right, so got those. So, and then it's like, it took me longer to figure this one out. Once I got that one done and I looked at this one wasn't so bad. It's like, once I figured out where all the parts went, look at the picture, and it's like, oh yeah, okay. And then it looks like, yeah, it's starting to peel up again. So I need to put something heavy on that to hold it down. It's a really thin piece of MDF or hard card that goes on there, and it, once the glue's on, it starts to peel up a little bit. But this one here, you just had to glue on pieces onto the outside, or you had to put the framework together. Then there's each one of these little raised pieces, you know, they got a laser cut lines, and you just kind of glue them onto the lines and everything, and you got it together. So it's like a energy building, you know, it's like, that's like a power plant or something of that nature. So overall, not a bad build. You get them off Etsy from the Phalanx Consortium, terrain accessories. You get, for $20, you got 6 of these buildings, and these were 7 a piece. So you're looking at $54 US for those 14 buildings. They look pretty nice. When I put them on the table here, I'll put them in with the rest of my stuff here in a second, and we'll be back to show you those. This is my little cityscape that it's been built so far with all the buildings I have currently. As you can see, it looks pretty good. You can play a pretty good game of Battletech in here. You know, I could spread this out some. I have a bunch more buildings over here in this box. And it's like I got all these small ones, like there's some resin ones, 3D printed buildings. You know, I guess some of those 3D printed ones are like this one here, like that. So I can add more to it. But these buildings look pretty nice when they're up with these other 3D printed buildings I have. So everything, these are 3D printed. I got off Etsy. You know, the same thing with these. Everything you see here is off Etsy. And you can get, I can't remember exactly the name of the company that sells these buildings, but they're in my, I've been thinking about getting another. They come in sets, I think, of 6 also. So pick a few more up just to add to the whole mix. So yeah, they look nice. You got all these buildings in here. I can always stretch out the cities, the streets and everything that you have in here. And these, the road tape, I got this off. It's like where you find the Matchbox and Hot Wheel cars, like at, say, Walmart. They had boxes of these things, it's like entire box. It's like, it was like 20 or so in there, and I picked up a couple. Probably should have bought some more of them, but who knows how long it'll last. But I just turn around and take these and paint or glue it onto, because it's like tape. And I just tape it on a sheet of this, and then I just cut it with scissors, and it works good. That's mat board that you get for mounting on pictures, like the matting around them. So I think I'll probably make a few more streets, what I have with, with that right there, and call it good for the moment. I still have some 3D printed stuff here that it's primed, but I still haven't gotten around to painting. Like a little bit of, it's like a fuel tank or something, and this is like a processing plant or a factory or power plant or something of that nature, which will work good for Battletech. Make it like an objective or something of that nature. All right, so that is the current project of my cityscape. Hope you guys like this one. It's been a long video as I've been building everything, but you can do a lot of stuff and make your game look a lot cooler. All right, we'll be back with some more stuff later.